Hey guys, it's Ron the Credit Don, and we're back with another 3-minute video tip. Let's get into it. So we might have to change the name of the videos, man. I haven't done a 3-minute video in a long time. So we may have to change it to like a 5-minute video tip or the 8-minute video tip. But we may have to discuss that with management here, man. But I'm glad you guys tuned in today. Gonna go into a little brief some knowledge I want you guys to be able to take with you here on your journey here in 2021. We're going to discuss today the 5 reasons to beware of payday loans. All right. So one thing that we always advise our clients to do is to stay away from payday loans. All right. So we're going to give you 5 reasons today why you should stay away from payday loans, man. So glad you tuned in. Again, follow us at Complete and Total Care on Instagram. Also tune in on YouTube as well. So let's get into it. The first reason why we tell people to avoid these payday loans, the first reason is the high interest rates. All right. So most people who have ever who have applied for a payday loan or went through with getting a payday loan, you'll see that usually if you borrow, let's say an amount of about $500 in 2 weeks, they're going to charge you usually a fee of around $50 to $75. All right. And that is usually your interest. That's all that is. That's a fee for them being able to loan you that amount of money. So that's a very high interest rate to pay, a very high fee to pay in such a small amount of time. So that's definitely one of the main reasons we say try to stay away from payday loans. So the second reason is they trap you in a cycle. So one of the things that payday loan companies do is they go after people that they know have a hard time getting approved for a personal loan through a bank or a credit union. All right. And so what they know is that if you need such a small amount of money in such a small amount of time and you don't have any other outside resources to go to, that you're more than likely going to borrow again. And if you have to borrow again, then you're probably going to have to borrow again. And if you have to borrow again, you guys get my picture. So listen, try not to get trapped into the cycle of those payday loans. They definitely have a detrimental effect here. The third reason is they require usually your bank information. You know, they're usually going to ask you for a blank check or a pre-written check for the amount of the loan plus the interest amount for a specific date. So they're going to require that bank information. They're not going to take a bunch of chances on you having to be able to pay that back. They're not going to ask you to come in and pay that amount Usually they're going to set it up in a situation where they can take those funds from your account on a specified date. If you have a hard time getting through a short amount of period and you're borrowing funds, chances are you may not be in an exact situation you want to be on a specific date for you to be comfortable with this company just taking those funds out of your account. So you don't want to fall into that trap as well of having them being able to just take that amount of money out of your bank, because chances are you're gonna have to go borrow from them again. You know, so the fourth reason why we say stay away from the payday loans is because they make a bad situation worse. Okay. They're making a bad situation worse, guys. You're already in a situation where you're having to borrow a little money to get you through a certain time. And so you don't want to get into the habit of having a problem and then relying on a payday loan company to solve that problem. All right. So you're going to have to find some other solutions, which we're going to go into as well. And so the fifth reason why we say stay away from these payday loans is because they have long-term credit effects, guys. A lot of times when we pull our clients' credit reports and we see they have a large amount of collections or charge-offs, a lot of times we see these student loans and payday loans on the majority of those clients' credit reports, guys. So these companies know that you're going to fall into a bad situation and you may not be able to repay that loan. And what they're going to do is make sure they can report it to your credit report. And more than likely, you're going to have to pay that eventually, guys. So what are 3 ways, right? What are 3 ways that you can be able to make sure that you're in a good situation to where if you do have a hiccup in life or an obstacle financially, that you do have enough money set aside to be able to handle those problems in life? So here are 3 things you can take with you in life here. 1, create an emergency savings account. Guys, that's very important. You want to be able to take a little bit of money out of every paycheck that you receive. If it's $10, $25, $70, or $100, maybe $200, whatever you can comfortably afford to keep putting aside, you want to create that savings account, because you never know when that tire is going to go flat and you have to go buy another one. You never know when maybe something goes out in the house, a stove, a microwave, and now you have to be able to come up with a couple of $100s to solve that problem. So that's one way you can be able to definitely set yourself up for success in the future. 2, go ahead and speak with your bank or your credit union about the requirements to get approved for a personal loan. So while you don't have a problem right now and everything is kind of rolling smoothly, it's a good time to speak with a bank, one of the officers there at the bank, and see exactly what would you have to do to be able to get approved for a personal loan, just in case you needed to borrow some money in the future and life happens to, just throw some obstacles your way. At least you know exactly what you have to have in order to be able to get approved for that personal loan. And then the 3rd step, guys, go ahead and start working on ways to be able to build and repair your credit. A lot of people that have to go to payday loans, unfortunately, probably have those long-term credit issues as well. And so we want to help you guys with being able to create a plan of action and be able to attack those negative items on your credit report in order for you guys to have a higher credit scores and also to be able to get approved for the things in the future that you're applying for, guys. So I hope this video has been a little bit helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions, any comments, or any video requests as well, hit us up in our DM or comment below the video as well. Again, this is Ron, the Credit Don. Peace.